killer is dead.
Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is My Killer is Dead, very hard difficulty video walkthrough. This is episode 9, part 2. This is the giant boss. It kind of looks like a really fat Teletubby. So, you'll notice he has these jewels on him. I believe they are his eyes. They're the bits you want to shoot. You'll know when you've destroyed them enough because they'll turn black and they'll start oozing blood. And just be aware of his attacks. He does a couple of fist stamps, he does a couple of eye lasers, and he telegraphs all of them well in advance. He also throws some debris at you, which can be tricky to evade because the camera just doesn't really give you a good enough job of showing you where it's going to be. Like, I can't see shit, can't see the shadow, it's spinning, no idea what's happening, but I evade it, thank goodness. There's 3 phases to this fight, and there are 0 checkpoints, so if you die, you have to do all 3 phases again, and I can't remember how much I get hit in this, but I don't remember him ever one-shotting me. The only creature on this game that one-shot me, as far as bosses are concerned, was the train boss coming up on the next mission, which it was on hard too, and I didn't have full life, but I had enough life for it to be bullshit, I'll say that much. But what can happen on this sequence? Like, look at it, you can't tell where it's going until it's too late, and then it nearly hits you. But spam evade and you should be fine. But this boss, the worst part about it is when you stun him like this, you generally don't have enough blood to do the killing blow because you've used all your blood shooting him. So you try and beat him up, and if there's guys around you like there is me, you don't have enough time to get back on target. And it's really frustrating. But it just seems to be the way the game is designed to try and, you know, put you in these situations that can irk you ever so much. But keep on shooting him. Every so often, if you do enough damage, he'll turn around. And when he turns around, there are globes on his back. They're little spheres like his eyes. And if you smash them, they give you blood. They give you a lot of blood. So they'll enable you to shoot him quite a lot. But the only problem is, it seems to be kind of sporadic when he turns around. So, I mean, look at that shit. He didn't even hit the plane. Like, there was a good meter between his hand and the surface of the roof. Look at it. It don't even land right, pussy. But keep shooting him, and hopefully we'll have enough space to finish him off. A good strategy would be to build your blood up so that you've got quite a lot of it once you've lowered his life, and then finish off the remainder of his life with blood intact so that you can immediately do the adrenaline burst and kill him. Which is kind of what I'm doing here. I'm doing the evasions to build my blood, build my combo, but I'm getting hit, so it's not really working. But there we go. Quite a lot of blood now. He's going to face plant into the building. Time to give his tits a big slash. Which, if you're into water spots, means something completely different. But what happens here is, you jump to another building, and his pattern modifies slightly. So now he's going to start prioritizing eye laser attacks. He'll have all his previous attacks, but he'll now have a couple of extremely powerful eye beams. So here comes some debris, which I managed to just sidestep, which is useful because you can maximize on your damage. There's me running into an aircon unit and then getting hit by the debris. Once again, if the camera wasn't so close up Mondo's ass in this instant, I might have been able to see that unit before it was too late. There's the eye laser. If he goes from right to left, if you go directly forward, you usually get out of the way of it every time. So just dash towards him, then keep shooting. He's going to look down towards his feet and then look up, and he's going to do a vertical laser across the platform. For that one, you want to just get away from where he's going to drag the line of the attack. That aside, this form is probably easier than the last one because the laser attacks are easy to punish and get some quick hits on him. Just be aware of the debris, the bullshit debris. Like right then, straight into another aircon unit, nearly got hit. Just come on, game. It's just dumb. So there he is doing his eye lasers. Keep on shooting him. Like, I do like this boss. It's pretty simple. That's the one that comes from down below all the way up. If you go the wrong way with that, it's really damaging, so you want to be very careful. I don't think it's a one-shot, but I just wouldn't trust it. And sometimes it can be difficult to tell which way he's going, because he does move and almost compensate for your movements. But once again, we've stunned him and we don't have any blood, so we need to go and beat him up a bit. We should get this one, though. There we go. And anybody wondering about the random errors with Adrenaline Burst mode, where you go into it and you don't get a target, or you go into it and he does the attack but it doesn't register any damage and things like that, the amount of times that I've held the trigger to go into the Adrenaline mode and attack him in that instance and it's failed is quite high, so just be aware that every so often, you know, mechanics can kind of fall on their ass. And it just goes back to that lack of polish that this game really needs. So there's the one from below. This is looking bad. Ooh, very close, that one. Thank goodness it wasn't to the edge, or I would have been pinned. But as you can see, it's not the most... Ooh, this is the new attack. Move towards his hand when he does this, because he'll draw the laser and he'll hit his own fingers instead of hitting you. When he does that, he gets stunned, and then you can maximise and hit him with some damage. Very, very good technique, especially if you start spamming it, and he does spam it, so you want to be careful. There is the horizontal one. Move towards him, dodge it. And like, it's just a shame that this wasn't a little bit more exciting. And it's all down to the fact that your gun turns into an old pensioner when you run out of blood. You know, like an old pensioner when he goes to take a piss, and it's just on, off, on, off. A little bit like Austin Powers 1. That famous gag. And if there are any old pensioners listening to this and you have perfect pissing power, then good on you, sir. Probably, you know, had a lot of roughage when you were younger. But see, look how spammy he is with the hand. It's so easy to punish too. Like, it's perfect when he starts doing this. Just keep on shooting him. Not really much to say. Except for Killer is dead, because Mondo seems to say it out of context in almost every instance. And there we go, I got trapped. You see that? Didn't do too much damage. Strange. It's moments like that when I wonder why there wasn't a difficulty after this one. But I guess we'll never know, because isn't it funny that Grasshopper Studios are known for these crazy games directed by this crazy guy, and none of them generally have a crazy named difficulty. Like, I think Lollipop Chainsaw was very hard as well. This one's very hard. You know, the only good one I've heard was Satanic Hell on Shadows of the Damned. I didn't play Killer 7. I've played a little bit of No More Heroes, but not enough to know the name of the difficulties. That's another thing I don't understand just then. Every so often when you dodge an attack, it'll go into slow motion. And the only thing I can think of is it's notifying me that if I had the ability to do the counter shot, I could probably fire a bullet and kill whoever shot me. But at this time I didn't have that upgrade, so it didn't give me the prompt. And that's the only thing I can think of it. It's the only thing it could be. Because what's the point in slowing everything down for a dodge when it doesn't allow you to capitalise or do anything? It just seems weird. And if it is to do with that bullet counter move, why the hell does it give you the dodge when you don't have the counter? Very strange. But that is the end, guys. Hopefully that helps anybody having issues with this fight. It can be quite tricky, but I think the next one is probably one of the trickiest. So thanks for watching anyhow, and you take care now.